Yo, I've been thinking about doing this for a while. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. Part 2 of Walk the Line. Several years ago, I did a video and I used these parking lot stripes as a big prop. What? Talking about life. And I just gotta give a part 2 right now. So, all right, so in life, there's a second you. There's another you. It's the future you who's imploring you and begging you to just keep fighting, keep striving, keep giving it your all, and no matter how hard things get, don't give up and don't give in, and don't drift. If you read the book Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill, part 2 of Think and Grow Rich, it's mind-blowing because he talks about not drifting. It's like a conversation with the devil. It's amazing. I just did an interview with my friend DJ Carroll in Kentucky. It's coming out soon on my Shop Tour series, and he said one of the best books he ever read was the Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. You see this long parking lot stripes right here? You want me to slow down for you? Okay, I'll slow down. This is your life, and you're walking this line. Walk the line. See my feet? Can you see my feet? Walking the line. You gotta walk the line. But a distraction will come up. You see how the line goes off to the side right here? See? And you go, oh shit now. And you end up going down this path, and it takes you to a dead end. A dead end. And now it's like the story of enlightenment. It's day one, a guy walks down the street, he doesn't see a hole and he falls into a hole. And it takes him a long time of struggling, heartache, and suffering to finally make the decision. Even after he makes the decision, I gotta get out of this hole, it takes a long time to actually get out of the hole and get back on your mission, right? Walk the line. Now he's back on his mission, and he's like, I'm finally walking the line. Trust me, this is gonna get good. Ready? Let me get my face tracking. Oh, face tracking. Here we go. So he's like, that's it, I'm focused from now on. Nothing else is gonna get in my way or distract me. What happens? He's walking a little bit, shiny object, something that's not part of God's calling and mission and mandate for his life. You know, I really like this Osmo Pocket camera, but okay, there you go. I got the Osmo Pocket camera, and it's good for some things, but this, so see this? Oh, shit, dog. Ends up walking down a path just because he saw someone else do it and became successful, right? Or it worked for somebody else, or he's frustrated because he knows what his path is, but it's taking too long to come to fruition. So let's go off and do something totally different because it's working for someone else and they seem to be having success at it. And I'm sick and tired of my path. My path isn't working, so I'm gonna go do what somebody else said to do because it works for them, right? So you end up spending maybe years going down a path, climbing a ladder that leans against the wrong wall. See that line right there? See the line? And you realize, whoa, I just ended up on another dead end? How is this possible? I'm in my 30s now. How did this happen? I fought so long, all my 20s. I said I was gonna be rich by the time I was 30. You're like a multimillionaire. Some of you are, right? And then you wake up like 30 and you're banging your head against the wall because you thought you were supposed to have it all figured out by now. Now you gotta dig yourself out of another hole. And God says you gotta keep learning. It's not just gonna come easy. But you see this guy on social media, this guy's 24 and he built an $8 million business. How did he do that? I don't know. Maybe if you follow your path precisely, that'll happen for you. But it's not just about money at all. Because you could become the richest man in the graveyard, no connection with your family. You could be a total piece of crap or end up totally lonely with a whole bunch of money. But it's nice to have lots of money, right? Okay, so you're walking your path. And I'll put part 1 of Walk the Line in the description below. You're gonna laugh when you see it. So walking the path. And you're like, you know what? No more distractions. I know my purpose. I ain't getting sidetracked. See, these lines are sidetracks on anything else. I'm walking the line. And then guess what happens? Someone you love passes away. Maybe a business fails. Something doesn't work. A best friend overdoses. It is no longer with us. And now you end up down a dark dead end. You saw other people go down these dead ends and you're like, whoa. How did I end up here? So this is what this feels like. This is not fun. That was so hard. I don't even know if I have what it takes to even get back on my mission and even walk that line, because this was a really tough one. So you can sit here and wallow and feel sorry for yourself, but this is the point where you have to make a true change. You have to become resilient like never before. You've got to get tough. You have to reach it deep down inside of you and find the courage, despite all odds, of the hardest thing that's ever happened. And you have to pull yourself up. And you have to get up again. And you have to rise like a phoenix from the ashes. Get back on your path. And you got to walk that line. You know why? Because there's a future you. That future you might be laying on their deathbed, fulfilled, completely fulfilled with no regrets. Or they might be, I don't know, accepting an award. Or they might have saved many others. Only the Lord can save you. But what I'm saying is, been a guiding light, right? And I think after you've looked back at how far you've come, and all the layers of the jawbreaker and all the skin you had to shed and all the pain and suffering, you're finally at a place where you can just walk, because now you know your purpose. And if a little distraction goes, oh shit, no, you've been down that path before and you know where that path leads. So I said, day one, guy walks in and he down the street, falls in a hole. Takes a long time. Day two, guy walks down the street, he sees the hole, he still falls in the hole. He saw it, he still fell in it, and it still takes him a long time to get out of the hole. But he gets out of the hole and he walks. Day three, he's walking down the street, he sees the hole, he still falls in the hole. But he's been there before, and this time he knows where that path leads, and he knows how to get out, and he gets out quick. Boom! Back walking again. And going on that path. You get out quick, you bounce back quick. Let's go. One of my best friends, I've lost 6 best friends due to, ODs and stuff like that. Very sad. My one friend used to say, I ain't going the way of the dodo. Man, he said some crazy stuff, bro. All right, so day 4. Guy walks down the street, sees the hole, walks around the hole. Doesn't even fall in the hole this time. He sees it, walks around it. It's the next stage of enlightenment. So the first one is trial and error. It's suffering by the way of the cross. It's enlightenment through suffering, basically, right? Which works very well, hopefully. The highest form of when you can see something else someone else has gone through, like history or other people, and you can learn from other people's mistakes. It's when you become a student and a good steward. You become conscious and you become humble, right? You know that you're not all that. But day 5, guy walks down the street. No. He walks down another street. So If I keep walking, because now I know you came all this way, now you have wisdom. Even if you fail, you have wisdom. You're good now. You can face fears like never before because you're not that old person who is scared. You're not the person who fell in a hole and it took forever to get out of. That's the old identity. It's time to upgrade your identity and walk the line. You've got grit now. You know what it takes. You walk that line and you finally get to a place of peace in your life. I'm here now. Look at this. It's the promised land. But it's a place of peace and serenity. You have peace in your heart, you have peace in your home, and now you can be a real steward and you can serve others because it's the right thing to do. You're not just a cookie jar just stuffing your face full of cookies. You go from egocentric, which is I, me, my, me. Ethnocentric is we and us. World-centric is the world at large, the whole world. And cosmic-centric, well, that's like fourth density Christ consciousness, and that's my walk the line. Yeah, dog. Okay, I'm Keith Kalfas. I'm not done with this video. Where are you going? We're actually on a commercial property right now, trimming, pruning, and reducing all the Bradford pear trees. On this property, we've had this client for years. And we have another job after this. We do ornamental tree trimming a lot in the fall, before and during fall cleanups. But anyways, I'm speaking at the Launchpreneur Academy November 2nd. I'll put a link in the description below, keithkalfas.com/events. I'll be talking about grit. I have another video that I'm working on right now called Grit. I'm either going to call it Grit or God and Grit. And unfortunately, I think if you start talking about God or start talking about other things I can't say in this video, I have a feeling the algorithm demotes you. What? Like squashes the video. It's weird. I'll post a video about like a backpack blower or a chainsaw and it gets 785,000 views. And then I make a video about something incredibly real that's impactful from my heart, barely gets any views. It's just ridiculous. I feel like it's a conspiracy or something. But I'm still excited. I was thinking about, I want to do my own live event again in Michigan. We did a live event a few years ago. It was great. Let me know in the comments below if you would come to a live event and what you would like to learn and experience at that live event. And I just want to say, you're awesome. Stay out of drama. I got to get back to work. Peace.